Okay friends, today we're going to get started creating a habitat like this for some animals. So I'm going to paint things that are above the snow and under the snow. To start, I'm going to take a white piece of paper and on the back neatly write my name and teacher code. That's 4 and the first letter of your teacher's name. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to get started by painting the sky. To paint the sky, I'm going to use my watercolors. I put my brush in the water, then in my paint. Whoops, careful. And just paint across the sky. And I'm just going to paint real loose and add some blue. Then I'm going to clean my brush and maybe this time I'll add in some pink. I'm going to hold this paint so it doesn't run away again. And I'm just going to kind of blend those together to make a sunset. And I'm using lots of water on my brush and keeping my brush really wet. If I want to make it look like it's snowing, I can take just a little bit of salt and sprinkle it in that wet paint up at the top. So I've painted my sky. Below that is going to be the ground. So what I'm going to do is clean my brush, and I'm going to keep it really wet and just gently touch a color like purple. You could use black or blue as well. And paint some hills. I can just paint some rolling lines. And notice my paint is a lot darker and then it gets lighter as I go. I can even paint just with water and I'm just going to get a faint line. I can even take my brush, put it in the paint, then put it in the water. And that's going to give me a cool line too. So I'm just going to use some cool colors like blues and purples to paint some hills. Then I'm going to paint below the ground. So I'm going to paint the dirt, which is brown. I'm going to clean my brush, get some brown paint, kind of paint a line. I had a wet spot so my paint kind of seeped up. Then I'm just going to kind of paint around the edges, making sure my brush is really wet. And I'm going to leave a little hole in the middle for a burrow for an animal. So we're going to think about animals that have a habitat that's underground. So I've got lots of brown. I can make this more interesting by adding some orange. I could even add some red. Then, to create a lighter spot in here, I'm actually going to take yellow. And I'm going to paint inside yellow. There's my nice bright yellow. Then I'm just going to kind of blend it together with my brown paint. So I'm going to mix these colors together to get a light brown, which makes a nice little animal burrow. And then I'm all done. And here is my beautiful habitat ready for some animals. Now it's your turn. Have fun, amazing artist.